Well, I was born in the Bronx and I'm going to die in the Bronx, which is perfectly. I was born in a brand new house. It was very new at the time. The area was being built up.
In 1923.
I was born in 1923, the first day of summer, June 21st. Grandma told me, or great great grandmother told me, my mother, it was very, very hot. But it was summertime. And I was educated in New York City. I've lived in every borough of the city all my life, which is at this point 93 years and 4 months. It's October and I was born in June. And I'm quite happy here. And now that I've lived the best portion of my life, I'm happy. I have no regrets. I had a wonderful husband, was an excellent father, and he was a hands-on father. He gave the babies bottles, and he did a lot of things. He was very good.
Was that really important to you, being a mother and having a family?
Well, of course. Otherwise, I didn't feel that life is complete.
That was
I grew up.
a big part of your adult life.
I grew up. I educated myself. Afterwards, later on, I went to school and got a degree finally, and I majored in business, but it was a degree from a college, from the college of Queens College. At the end, I tried various other schools, all colleges in New York, and I also studied at the Jewish Theological Seminary, which was very important to me. For 1 year, there was a special course, all aspects of Judaism, culture, literature, all kinds of things, history about the Jewish. I always said Judaism is my religion and my inheritance and my hobby, because I wanted to know more and more and more. I wanted to know from where I originated. My mother was born in Romania. My father was a citizen of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Actually, the area I know now is Ukraine, which was a great Jewish center. And
Hutterov.
Hutterov was the name of the town that Grandpa lived.
And
my mother lived in Bucharest,
yes,
the capital. And her father was born in Turkey. The family, they were Romanians going to Egypt, where he had family. He was born on the way. His mother stopped.
The way to Egypt?
On the way to Egypt. But then they came back to Romania, where he met my grandmother. And he said to somebody at a party where she was, I want to meet the girl with the Himmel blue eyes. And Himmel is a German name and a common name for the word sky.
Yiddish also.
Yeah, well, whatever. Himmel means the sky. So she had sky blue eyes. I have blue eyes. My mother had blue eyes. My father had, I forgot what my mother called his eyes, but it was like a light color, brownish light.
Hazel?
Huh?
Hazel?
Maybe hazel, I don't remember. My father had eyes like that.
Well,
my father's mother was a flaming redhead. So when I was a little girl, my uncle told me I had hair like a new penny. Later on it got dark, curly, very curly. And later on it darkened. A lot of us, Milton, my brother, had blonde hair too, and it got dark. But Sheila, my sister, she had blonde hair and it stayed blonde. Anyway, and she had blue eyes too. But Milton had the hazel eyes. That's what my mother called them. I don't think I was stupid. I know I wasn't. But no one ever told me my numbers.
No, you never got your
No,
number?
I didn't know, because I didn't go to college at that time.
That's when they would do it in college.
Well, and later on when I did go, nobody told me, and I didn't ask. They thought that was something you shouldn't know. But I do know in school I would be called out sometimes and given special tests and then put into advanced classes.
Oh, is it really? You can recall that?
Oh yeah, I know that. I didn't know.
You were like in grade school.
Yes, because I like to talk and all that. Grandma said I spoke. She said at 7.5 months I said, peekaboo, I see you, which is unusual.
To
And
do it that young.
yes, and a boy's speech doesn't mean anything, but in a girl, it's an indication of intelligence.
Yes.
I was always interested in learning. I remember being a little girl, sitting at my brother's little toy, table. He had table.
Oh, pretending you were at school.
No, what happened was Grandma used to buy my mother. He had books and a little toy table and all that, and I used it. He was 2 years and 3 months older. He was in school and I wasn't.
And you envied him going to school.
No, but I knew I'm sitting. I remember sitting there and saying, "This is Milton's table. These are his books," and coloring. I remember.
And you envisioned yourself in class.
No, I
school.
didn't. No,
Oh.
I just knew that. No, I couldn't wait to go to school. I wanted to learn. Well, my mother didn't think girls had to go to college.
Right.
I wanted.
You were disappointed with him.
Not only disappointed, I was angry with her.
Yeah.
So I appealed to my uncle.
Bernie.
He had studied even 2 years of medical school, and then there was no. Aunt Marley got mad because he was getting married and she wouldn't pay anymore. So he worked his way up. He became a very important man in the social welfare department. He was an important man because he was well educated, lovely person, had a nice personality. Anyway, so I appealed to him, and he said,
He
"No."
didn't help.
He said, "No, you don't need it." They really believe that.
Yes.
And I didn't know how to verbalize it. I wanted to say, because you're a girl, you have to be stupid.
Or uneducated. Less educated.
But I didn't have, well, to me it was, if you're a girl, you don't have, to me, education was not a job. It was not what do I want to call it? And what it was, a school training for work.
Yes.
Education was education.
Yes. It wasn't vocation.
Huh?
Not vocational.
It was not vocational, etc. Going to school was to learn about everything. Art, history.
Well, that's a very classic conception of college, is that it really rounds out your
well, whatever it is, it opens up the secrets.
Information
about the world.
Yes.
They did that. She thought it was going to vocational school and learning to work. Well, that's by the side.
Do you think that's a message for your great grandchildren about?
Well,
the
my
importance
message
of
are not going to. That's not what your great grandma believes. You want to learn about the world. You want to expand your mind. You want to absorb all this wonderful information that's around, and let it enrich your life and help you appreciate your life. Everything is more to life. You need a job and you have to take care of yourself, but you got to make the most of everything, not the least. Anyway, I finally
you were able to eventually do that, to make the most of it?
Well, I went to school and I studied. I don't mean I sat down only with a book. I mean I learned about everything as much as I could.
But what do you see as, like, what have you accomplished in your life? What are you proudest of having done?
Well, while I didn't have any great jobs, but wherever I went, and there was something that had to be done, they made me the leader. And
when you were in the PTA, and
yes,
when you were in some of your other organizations?
Before the PTA, I was the president of a group of 200 very smart Jewish girls.
Junior Hadassah.
We called it Junior Hadassah. Hadassah is the Jewish Women's Zionist Organization.
And this was after you had graduated high school. This was.
Yeah, it was 18 or 19. Yeah. I remember going. Grandma taught.
This was a chapter in the Bronx.
It was a chapter in New York. I don't know. We used to meet in the beautiful, like the Waldorf Astoria.
Oh, is that right? Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah. Places like that. I was dissatisfied. I had a job that was nothing, and I wasn't. So Grandma told me join. I didn't even know about it.
Oh, she thought it would be a good outlet
well,
for
she
your
knew.
interests.
She knew about it. I didn't know about it,
yes.
but she never encouraged. So I went.
Did she belong to Hadassah?
No, she didn't do anything.
She just recommended it to you.
But she knew about it, which surprises me to this day, because she didn't act on anything. So the first thing I had to do was create a program for the group.
What kind of program
for
did you
create? September, the first meeting of the season. And I know it was one of the big Jewish holidays, Rosh Hashanah, I guess.
Right.
And I had to have a program. So I wrote a thing. It wasn't a play. It was a recounting of the history that we were living in. Well, there had been a war. The war was whatever it was. I wrote something, and I said it.
Did you enjoy doing that? Writing that?
Well, when I guess I did a good job. I liked doing it. I'm very lazy. But I had to do it, so I did it, and I planned the programs, and they liked me. They made me a president.
After that, how long after that did you become
not
president?
very long.
So this was like when you were about 20 or so, you were president?
No, I was already. By that time, I was married. I got married at 24.
Right.
I was 24 in June. I was engaged, and I got married in November.
Of 1947.
Yes, but I joined Hadassah. I said it was about 1942, so I was about 19 years old, and I was very impressed with everything, and I liked it.
The organization.
Yeah, it stimulated my mind, because I can't say my job stimulated my mind.
You were working at what at that time?
I was working as a legal secretary, because it was it was a job that they needed people. It was a difficult job, very difficult, and I did it very well. I didn't realize how. I took dictation, and they quoted from citations, yes, and I always checked them with the law books.
Or you would go to the citation and see.
Well,
it
we had
accurate.
books in our library, the law office's library, and I made sure I did it right, and I didn't put it in the body. I made like a
footnote.
What? No, it wasn't a footnote. It was in the middle, like a boxed area, you know. I mean, not with lines around it, but whatever I did it right. My mother didn't let me become my own person, and I didn't really have any guidance.
Do you resent that?
Oh yeah, I resent a lot of things. She didn't think it was important for me to spread my wings and really learn anything. She did not. It was only important for the boy, not for me.
Yes.
And I resented it.
And you still do?
I never forgave her. She knew that. I used to. She said, "Oh well, you do." No, she didn't let me do anything.
So you think, is that an important message for your granddaughters and your great-grandchildren?
Oh, my message is try to develop yourself with the way you want to go, but good. I told my young children, you should know, Mitchell, you were my child. Do as long as what you do is it's right, whatever. Do what you want.
To follow your heart.
Well, you have,
what you want to do.
I think
you're a believer in that philosophy.
Yeah, I think I told it to Shelley, and I told it to you. Certainly, if I didn't say it in so many words, the feeling was there, the attitude was there. I thought she was wrong, but she thought she was right, and I wasn't strong enough to defy. I never forgave Grandma. I used to throw it up to her.
Really? Even years later?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
And
I was mad.
She react?
She told me that
was she sorry?
She denied it.
She denied it?
Absolutely. But
she didn't feel she had
She didn't feel that she ruined things for me, no. But she knew she did, because I let her know. And yet I was very good to her.
Yes.
I took care of her and did everything.
As she got older.
Well, I did it anyway.
Once your father died and she was on her own.
And Milton died, my brother, and I felt badly for her, and I took care of her.
And she was living just down the block then, at that point.
Yeah, well, of course she was near me, but even so, I took her all over. I took her to the theater. I did a lot of things. Took her to the movies. I took her out.
Do you think she appreciated that?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I just did.
She never said?
No, she never said anything. I resented that very much. It took me I never got over it. I just It's many years that I haven't thought about
But
it.
you still feel resentful today?
Well, now it's so long ago.
Yes.
I'm now 93 and a half years old almost. But I did feel that way for a very long time. Easily into my maybe 80s, I don't know.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, I never forgot it. Well, she died when I was 67, 68. No, in 1990, yeah.
Yes.
So I was 67 in 90.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I forgot that. No, I didn't forget, but Oh, yeah, I resented what she did. Absolutely. I don't remember when it stopped being of any importance to me. I can't remember. Gradually.
Yes.
Because I developed my own life. And then I was alone, too. I became a widow when I was only, well, they say 68 years old.
Yes.
So, all that slowly.
And now that's 25 years ago when you became a widow. So, and
yeah.
you were telling me just a little before about how at the time it seemed very daunting to you to
how would I live
face the rest of your life on your own?
By myself. Because I was married for 44 years. I mean, now I'm satisfied. And nothing bothers me like that anymore. It's changed. I'm not aspired. What am I going to aspire to? Another 15 years I'll be like this? I don't think I'll be. I don't know what I'll be. I don't think about it. It doesn't occur to me. Doesn't take a prominent amount of space in my head.
So looking back now on the past 93 years, are you kind of satisfied, happy?
What did you say, the past?
Are you 93 years?
No, I feel all right now. Yeah, I feel.
And with your life, what you've accomplished.
Well, whatever it is, and I didn't do. It's okay. I don't think about it anymore. That's it. I'm okay. I don't have any regrets or anything. I did it one time, but no more. This is it. It's okay, Mitchell.
Yes.
Maybe it's too much trouble to think of more than it. It makes no difference. I'm okay. And I feel satisfied now. I enjoyed it. See, like, I'm sitting here. I feel comfortable here. It's okay. I'm all right. Apparently, I like this. And I'm not going to worry too much about it because it won't. I was thinking maybe this will get shabby. Who knows? Who cares? I don't think I'll be here by the time it gets shabby.
Right.
So,
So I think I have to shut this off, but any last thing you want to say that you haven't talked about?
To my granddaughters?
Yeah, and great.
Well, I want you to know, my darling girls, I love you very dearly. I'm very happy that I have you. You fill my life, and that's why I feel satisfied. You're all so wonderful, beautiful, smart, lovely, and I'm happy. And I want you to have the best life that you can. Make the most of everything, and be careful. I hope it'll all be a big success for you. So far, everything seems to be going okay. Stay well. Take care. I don't know what else to tell you except that you have all my love, darlings. Okay?
Okay.